Hey everyone, Rua here with a guide for this month's Ambuscade on its higher setting. Now this is by far the easiest fight we've had since the Yaguda a few months ago, and when you implement the strategy you see here you'll absolutely crush it. Before I get into it, I should give a shout out to Ejiin, who first posted a video showcasing this strategy a few days ago. I've merely streamlined it slightly. I've linked Ejiin's original video below if you want to follow it up. The setup for this month is fairly standard, with a tank, some supports, a healer and a DD being needed. This DD can be any job though, literally any job which can put out some decent numbers in a short burst window. You're up against a white mage Quadav who calls in for backup throughout the fight every time he uses Benediction. He has extremely high defenses while his shell is up, so you need to burst him down when the shell briefly drops. Usually, you need to get one of the helpers he's called in down to low HP to force the white mage to cast Cure 6, which will briefly drop the shield, but there's a much easier and faster way we found. Have your tank get the white mage and pull it back to the starting corner. The white mage will open with a TP move which puts his shield up, and he'll also summon two helpers as well, a paladin and a warrior. You want to go for the paladin first to trigger its invincible, then move on to the warrior. You might want to be careful on the warrior, as it has a counter trait and can really dish out some damage during mighty strikes. If hate is somehow loose, be ready to take some hits. If you have a Corsair, you can have them use the TP they gain from attacking the warrior to lead and salute the paladin and take it out. When both the helpers die, the white mage will lose his shield and will start taking a lot of damage. We're talking Quadav levels of damage here. Wear the white mage down to force Benediction, and he'll then call in for his next helper. The Elementalist is a black mage, and you need to be careful against him. The Elementalist has access to Meteor, and worse yet, Death, which stands a very good chance of one-shotting your tank. You need to silence the Elementalist quickly to prevent this, but also to force it into melee range so you can wear it down. Here's the trick though, unlike the conventional strategy people still might be going with, you're actually going to kill the black mage and force the white mage to rage. When the black mage gets to low HP, stop all damage, back out to 30 arms and have your tank finish it off. You're backing out because when the black mage dies, the white mage will use an attack called Sorrow of Qudav, which drags everyone it hits into range, inflicts a nasty curse, a very strong plague, and completely saps their MP. You can't afford any of your other party members being hit with it, your healer especially. As soon as it lands, your healer needs to come to your tank's rescue and get their curse off first, then top their HP up. When Sorrow of Qudav goes off, he will not use it again. So have your party re-engage the white mage, who will now be completely open to damage whenever he uses his Torment of Qudav attack, which he will start spamming exclusively now. This attack inflicts moderate to high magic damage, and also petrifies everyone it hits. Keep your healer at a distance and use a Session Stoner and Divine Caress, or just Stoner if they have a Yag Rush to remove it, and defend against the petrification for the next few uses. Gather your TP while waiting for his next use of Torment, and when he does, have everyone unload their TP. It should take 2 to 3 damage windows to down the white mage, winning the battle when you do. Overall, this is a really simple battle, which is very inclusive of the jobs you can bring. You can get the key item for this battle easily in Pashal Marshlands in the past. Just use Recall Pash to get there quickly. I'll see you all next time.